Hey guys. Ooh. Hello everyone. I can't see um y'all. Hello everyone. How are you? Happy Monday everyone. Can you guys hear me? One in the chat. This might make a noise cuz I'm going to move this. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Ange. How's everybody doing? Guys, let me tell you something. I had to get myself together and loving the two. My two necklaces. Thank you. I said, this is whew, I had to watch two videos before I came out here today. Because it fit right into my topic. Um Hello everyone. Thank you. This is a top from Zara that I got some months ago, right before Rona, and I never got to wear it. And now it's spring, and all my spring stuff that I did not wear last spring, oh yeah, I'm wearing it this spring, for real though. Okay. Let's see what this is. It's a cute little top, just a little um Letta. Thank you. Yes. Good afternoon, Fran, and to all my boos in the chat. Okay. Piano praiser. Yeah, I just said, let me take some necklaces out today because I heard a lot of jealousy and wanting what other people have. And I just wanted to be on the record out of my mouth and just like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I don't need nothing from nobody over here. I got everything I want over here. I'm not better. I just, I put in my work. Okay. So, and that's that on that, right? So I'm not saying ain't nobody jealous because that's for them to answer. But for me, I just want to make sure that when I'm getting ready to speak on this topic, I don't want anyone to get it twisted that I want anything of what anyone has because I got everything I want, and what I don't have, maybe I don't need. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Gosh, spring is coming out the gate. Um, we already had pollen on the car this morning. I'm gonna need to start taking my allergy medicine. Um, okay, guys, I had a lot of thoughts this morning. I probably have 3 pages of notes. Hello, Trinice. Oh, Trinice is saying hello to everyone and the mods. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Loretta. Thank you. Um, I want to send out this alert too. Let I'm laughing. Okay. Yes, hit the like button. Okay. When I came in, it was 21 people and 24 likes. Now it's 90 and 38. So it went from like 100% to 30%, 33%. Almost, yeah, almost 50%. Let's get that up. Because that's one of the things I wrote down today. Sometimes, we love to love and some of us love to hate. Okay. Either way, if you are in the bushes or you're here, and I just get on your nerves, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Girl, hit that like button because you are notification gang, right? Um, and also, guys, Black History Month is over. In this mom community, it came in and went out with a bang. Okay. Um, Women's History Month. Uh, okay. Let's see how we hand this. I would love to hear some conversations revolving around how people deal with negativity, and not just so much the deflecting on that they're jealous or that they want something that you have or that they envy you or that they hate you or they don't like you or you're doing something wrong. How about it's just they just don't like you? You know what I mean? Like for me, I don't care why someone doesn't like me. It makes me no never mind. You could not like me because I have these glasses on. You could not like me because I decided to turn this microphone on. You could not like me because you think I'm a fucking bitch. You may not like me because you think I am phony as hell. You might not like me because I don't wear a weave. You might not like me because I embrace my natural hair, or I wear braids, or sometimes I do wear Brazilian, but I do a leave out. I don't do a frontal or a closure. No shade. That was not how I started doing weaves. And I always felt like my weave worked for me. I felt like my weave looked very natural. There started a dialogue about fried leave out Fran. Okay, fried leave out. Okay, well, maybe I didn't take the best care of my hair while I used to flat iron that particular section. And that was okay, because guess what? That's my hair. But because I guess maybe they didn't have anything else to talk about or whatever, I don't know, because I'm not saying there isn't anything else to talk about, but whatever else they just, you know what I mean? Like, I can't decide what someone tries to score on me on, but what they tried to score on was that I had a fried leave out. Okay. But did I tell the truth? Was I dropping something that made some sense? But no, she thinks she's perfect. She's this, she's that. And no, that's not the case, right? Okay. Guys, off top, this weekend, I'm going to say something general, then I'm going to go kind of in a different direction. I did not do StreamYard. We are not doing a call-in. If you really want to call in, you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you are more than welcome to hit me through my Instagram and I will answer the phone, okay? If it gets out of hand, then I'll just turn my phone off, period. This is not going to be, we'll do that in the future, because I think as this being Women's History Month, we need to have conversations, because I hear a lot about not uplifting women, bashing women, tearing down women. And that might be the case. That very well might be the case. But everyone does not engage in that. And just because you hear something you don't like is not a tear down. Okay? It's just not. Now, sometimes people are having a little jokey joke at your expense. Okay? Is that a tear down? Is that bashing? Probably, but it doesn't mean that people hate you. Doesn't mean people hate you. And I'm talking across the board. I talk about several mommies, channels, specifically the videos. As someone who has been doxxed, you know what I'm saying? We live over here. We have lives. And as someone who's had their husband's complete and total name, address, everything, someone did an empty house tour by publishing the pictures off of realestate.com to my house. I think I can speak on this topic, right? Address, pictures, information, taking a crumb and turning it into a brick. When there was a case of mistaken identity, but that's a whole nother topic that I'm not going to go into. You can watch the videos that are posted on that. I feel like I can, you know what I mean? Like, back in the day when we're in school and you want to get in on that double dutch and you're like, I think I can get in on this. Okay. I can speak on this. I do YouTube. I vlog. I do commentary. I'm just giving a little bit of my resume. No, I don't have 500,000. I don't have 20,000. I don't have 1 million, but everybody starts with 1 subscriber. Well, you don't start with 1, you start at 0. If you're lucky, you'll get 1. Hopefully your husband, your boyfriend, your mom, your somebody will go ahead and subscribe. So you get that first 1 subscriber, right? But we all start from 0. Okay. Now, people have been doing YouTube for a long time. So when someone starts a channel a year ago, 2 years ago, versus someone who is building and multiplying based off of 7 years of hard work, we can't compare the two. You can, but we're only using that to diminish or discredit someone else, okay? Because they don't have what the other person have. Therefore, there must be a reason. Okay, everyone, unless, and it's no tea, no shade to anyone. We are all very familiar with clout chasing. We're all very familiar with momentum and leverage. Now, if someone were to come out here and speak on a certain topic and not use that person's name, probably you're not going to get your message across as broad and as wide, right? If you are doing, like for this weekend, we had Mink Mob, who we've all become familiar with, who went on Toya's channel, presented receipts, right? If she had not gone on Toya's channel, Toya, who had a bigger audience than her, which I don't know what it was. I'm not that invested in anyone's numbers. I don't care. But put certain names in the title, certain tags in the video, certain hashtags to be searched, people wouldn't find that, right? And if you feel like you've got valuable information that you want people to know that is going to debunk, discredit, tell the story, whatever the case might be, whatever the objective was, doesn't mean you're a hater. You are using specific information to make sure that you get that information out, right? Okay? Lily, Hazel, if you got to say something about Keesha, I'm sure if we go back to those videos, or Jeremy, we can probably see in those titles the same thing. So it's not one-sided. This is a very balanced, this is going to be a very balanced conversation because I got a lot of opinions on it. Mainly because, my God, okay, my God. Last night when I finally went to sleep, D had been online over 10 hours. When I got up this morning, I think it ended at 11 hours, 55 minutes, and 1 second. And when I clicked on it to see what the end was, it's on private. And that's cool because I don't blame her. And I guess whenever she decides to put it back out, she'll put it back out. If you're not following this and you're just following the mommies, what I'm going to tell you is this. You missed a combination of, like, let's just say, this will put you back in the mindset a little, but kind of when Olivia fell out with, what was that girl's name? Well, it was Chrissy, and then also the other girl whose husband left her. My God, I can't think of her name now. The Latina girl. And we first met Nisi in the bedroom, and Nisi was talking about marriage and breaking up, splitting up. And Olivia was just sitting there letting kind of Nisi be her mouthpiece. Nisi was speaking for her. This is a couple of years ago. Kiara, thank you so much, ladies. Y'all, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Nisi came out and she had that read. Okay, she had that read, right? Miss Sandra came through last night. And yeah, she came through just like Mom Dukes, right? She came through with the real, honest, her opinion, how she felt, what's going on with her daughter. It was very, refreshing would not be refreshing, as in, okay, I hear what Mom has to say, and I was wondering what Mom thought, because I wish okay, I've got so much to talk about here, right? I'm still wondering, why did Ashley need to come to Keisha's house? I guess the answer was that the kid, baby August, was going to be spending time over there potentially. Whenever, sometimes this is kind of a side note. Sometimes I've been to people's houses, and I'm not saying I'm not saying nobody up in here don't have home training, but what I'm saying is this, guys, I just jump right in. I didn't say hi to anybody. Mwah, 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 mwah. Welcome and hello. But we got to jump right in on this one. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I love you all. Welcome and thank you. And hit that like button, please, because we're at 158 and we don't have hardly no likes. We have 67 likes. I was always taught, and I'm sure most people have home training, because I heard it mentioned when I was listening to Miss Sandra talk. And it didn't sound like when Lily came through the door, and I could be wrong, only Lily knows this and whoever else was there. Home training, right? Did someone say, Ashley, little sis, this is Mrs. So-and-so. You already know Keesha. Like, were the introductions made? I've been to people's houses and it's very awkward that people don't make introductions. You come, there's a family thing going on, or there's people in the house you don't know. And it's kind of like, oh, hey, I'm the type of person. Hey, I'm Francoise. Nice to meet you. Oh, you're nice to meet you, girl. Okay, yeah, I've heard your name before. Nice to meet you. I don't know. It did not sound like, now I'm not excusing anything, but I would feel awkward walking into the home that I know my baby daddy don't pay for with the other mother and the grandmother. I would feel a little awkward. I'm not excusing, but somebody should have said, Ashley, this is Keisha's mom. You know her. Some kind of introduction. That could have happened. I didn't hear anyone say that. That would have alleviated a lot of this misunderstanding of, I said hi. Ashley may have said hi. I don't know. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. Miss Sandra says she did not. Ashley says she did not. What we do know is that Ashley went outside. She smoked with Jeremy, which obviously must be okay, because if smoking weed in your high-rise apartment was not okay, how did people end up on the balcony, the man of the house, out there smoking, but the only person who is getting their hand slapped for smoking is Ashley? Y'all are smoking outside on period. Obviously, it's okay to smoke at the house, right? If it wasn't, why are people smoking outside? So we're going to talk about Ashley for smoking when she smokes. And Jeremy smokes. Okay? Smoking must be okay at that house, because if it wasn't okay at the house, then he would have to go downstairs or go somewhere else to smoke. So yes, maybe it was an icebreaker, and somebody should have introduced the girls to the mother who says she was exiting, right? It doesn't negate that when you come in, if you have, like maybe she was shy, maybe she was feeling away, maybe she was checking the temperature. I don't know. But we have two people who feel away because they were not greeted when they came to this home. And excuse me, guys, as Keesha, as the hostess, I'm not blaming Keesha, but as the hostess, as the woman of the house, and Jeremy, who is the creator of this mess, someone should have introduced the elder, as in the grandmother, to these young ladies who are coming over with the baby. That's just me. That's my first observation. I don't fault Miss Sandra for feeling any kind of way, because honestly, that shit wouldn't have happened at my house, period. If my daughter were in a situation with her man, it wouldn't have happened that way, and it wouldn't have happened. I guess I get why they were doing this meetup. I wouldn't have done it. That wouldn't have happened like that. But that's just me. I'm not faulting anyone. I'm just saying, like, it was awkward. It was awkward, and it turned to, clearly it was a shit show. Clearly there's problems. Miss Sandra mentioned, I'm going right in, guys. Right before I came live, I was listening Toya Talk and Life with Nia posted both had two videos. One had a little more than the other. Had some audio of Miss Sandra and her real feelings and her husband's feelings on what's been going on. And if you hadn't heard it, go listen after we're done here. That part is the problem. It caught everyone off guard. Yes. If you open the door, you would say hello. Who is it? All something. Yeah. And whoever opened the door, we don't know who greeted them coming in, whether it was Keesha, whether it was Jeremy, who let the ladies in, who did not say, because I feel like we're missing something. No one said, hey mom, this is so and so, da 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 da, or Miss Sandra, this is Ashley, the woman that I impregnated while cheating on your daughter. Nothing. It's, I mean, I don't know if that happened or not, but that would have made people say hello rather than people just coming in, it being awkward and awkwardly not speaking. If I had a whole baby and I was going over to the house of the woman that I, slept with her man, I would feel weird. I would feel weird because, yeah, Keesha wasn't coming to Ashley and Jeremy's. Lily was going to Jeremy and Keesha's. No matter what the scenario is, and Jeremy lied, we know all of that. We don't have to go back through all of that. You are going to their home, or the home at least where he rests his head, whether he pays a bill, where he rests his head, okay? So in theory, Jeremy and Keesha's house, right? Did anyone introduce the other baby mother, Ashley, to the grandmother? Did someone make an introduction? That is what I want to know, guys, if anyone can answer this for me, okay? Because I think that would have not been a problem. That's why when people come to my house, and I don't just assume that people have all met. Hey, this is my husband's mother, everybody. This is Miss So-and-so. Or, hey, so-and-so, this is my friend, da-da-da-da-da. You guys say hi. That's this one, and that one. I make all the introductions. No awkwardness. Oh, you said you work with Francoise? Oh, nice to meet you. I used to work with her like back in the day. Like, girl, what's up? I don't have one because I believe Dee's live is private. I think. I'm not sure. Go to Toya or go to Nia. Not Nia E, but it's a different Nia. It's My Life. My Life is Nia. Okay. Go check out that video. Both have basically the same thing posted. One has a little before and one has a little after. So you have to listen to actually both to get the full essence of this conversation. I would like to hear the whole thing. Lisa Baker. Yeah. Okay. So this is what you know me. You guys, if you watch my channel, yeah, we don't really discuss the kids over here because you know what? I'm not mommy to any of them. And I don't want anyone talking about mine, but they do. And I certainly don't want to talk about it because I don't have any extra beds, right? I purposely made a 5-bedroom house, 2 bedrooms. You know why? Because, yeah, we don't have extra rooms here. I have an office. My daughter has a bedroom. Me and my husband have a bedroom. We have like a little side kind of homeschool room. And yeah, we don't have extra bedrooms. And until I can open my door and say, sure, you know what I mean? Because if I'm going to talk about someone's kid, I need to probably put my money where my mouth is and probably offer a solution. And I'm not taking in nobody's kids. Okay. That's why I don't engage in it. Because I don't want to sound crass, but I don't care enough because I'm full plate with my own. Right. Which I hear people say that you should be worried about your own kids. You should be worried about your own family. Yeah, I am personally. I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's of no interest. I see tidy, well-dressed children growing up that are adorable. And I've said that about many of the moms. Okay. Strong Mommy Chrissy, Olivia, Jasmine. There's been some challenges, but that's hers to handle. Like, everybody's kids are not going to be like my sister used to have my nephews like slathered with Vaseline, like they were shiny, hair slick, just like mine's slicked right now. Some people, like, that's just how they are. Some people are not. Now, I know some people feel like you're not handling children's hygiene, like total hygiene, and because you're on YouTube, you should present them in a better way. And I certainly agree. However, my daughter is not going to always be perfect when I turn on the camera. It's my judgment whether I'm going to include that footage or not. And if I feel that she is not, that I would be doing something to potentially hurt her, yeah, I'm not going to show that, because yes, she didn't sign up for this when I turn on my camera. Okay. So I don't, if her hair is out and she wants to wear it in a fro because we're doing homeschool all week long and it's not braided down, well, then that's just the way it's going to be. Okay. Because I don't live in a house where you have to be perfect all the time. And hey, Cheryl Waz, hello everyone coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see all of you guys, and I'm giving you like, hey girls, how's it going? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do that over here. You don't have to be. Fros are absolutely perfectly cool, acceptable, and free. Okay, free. I want my daughter to embrace her beautiful hair. And if it's one day that she picks it out and she wants to wear it out like Angela Davis, okay. And if you got a problem with it, too bad. You know what I'm saying? If she wants to blow it out and I flat iron it, okay. But yeah, we're not embracing the relaxer here. We don't doing that. No shade to anyone who does. I was raised on relaxers. I had headaches every time I left the beauty salon for 2 and 3 days. And I do not do relaxers anymore. And I will not do a relaxer for my daughter. If she decides to do that, that is her business when she is an adult. But right here, we are embracing natural hair, and we will have hairstyles that we can do with whatever tools are available. But in terms of chemical treatment, yeah, we're not doing that. And that's okay for us here. And if one day you see my daughter and her hair is all over the place, then that is what it is. It doesn't mean that I didn't fix her hair. It just means that her hair is out and it is what it is. But as the narrator of my story and the owner of this channel, and the message that I put out is Tina O, that's definitely possible. Yeah, that's something I had. I had fibroids once upon a time. Anyway, as the owner of my narrative, I make the decision. When I saw a couple of years ago that my family was being attacked and I was being doxxed and people were trying to get my information out, I made a complete change. You know, I changed my channel. I separated my commentary. I stopped showing so much. I changed things a little bit. And then I've changed things progressively. I have to course correct. That's what I talk about on my other channel all the time. If something's not working, course correct. Just because I get big views, if my husband shows up in a vlog, yeah, if that means that people are going to be doxing and talking shit about my husband, yeah, I need to protect what's sacred to me, which is my marriage. So yeah, even though it might get me some extra views and some extra watch time, if I don't feel comfortable with the dialogue that revolves around my marriage and people speculating on what's going on, yeah, I'm going to shut it down. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to show as much because that's my, this is my story. I'm discussing the narrative, right? The comments, look, trying to correlate any type of medical diagnosis is wrong. Fertility shaming or fertility glorifying is wrong. If a woman can't have a child and you deem that as a fixation upon children, that's not cool. And just because you can have 10 kids and you think you're better is not cool. Okay. So let's take it in both directions, right? Because some people by choice, me by choice, I got married later in life. I was a career girl. I was handling my business. And that doesn't mean that because you had a kid at 22 and we're the same age and you just became a grandmother and I've got a 10-year-old or someone, a baby who's going to be 10. Yeah, that doesn't make me better. And it doesn't make you a slacker. It makes us having two different tracks. Because again, this is Women's History Month and we're going to embrace it all. Okay. Now, whether I have a job, don't have a job, people are fixated. Someone can have a baby, not have a baby, multiple babies, 15 babies, babies with no husbands, babies with husbands, be a slut, not be a slut. Gay, not be gay. Be a trans woman, be a woman by birth. I mean, look, at the end of the day, what is the point? What's your point? You trying to prove something one way or the other way? And to me, as a boss ass bitch and someone who is secure with themselves, yeah, I stand on my 10 toes, right? I don't need to, just because I maybe think I figured something out doesn't mean that it's true. And doesn't mean it's not. Okay? I just see a lot of, look, and I've said this a million times, this is freaking East Coast, West Coast. This is Biggie versus Tupac. This is Broadway versus the movie theater. This is the Dirty South versus New York. You know what I'm saying? This is old school, new school. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is it's men versus women. It's the main chick versus the side chick. This is so many different things, right? This is victim shaming, okay? It's a lot of different things. Lil' Kim versus Faith, you know what I mean? Yes, main chick versus side chick. Duke versus Carolina, okay? Basketball versus football. You like what you like, honestly, and I think it's also just a little bit of old-fashioned colorism too. Did I say that? Did I say there's a little colorist this whose side? I don't know. It's all in what your opinion is. What do you favor? What do you favor? What do you exalt? At the end of the day, we are all queens and we should treat ourselves as such. Whether you are chocolate, light chocolate, white chocolate, whatever your flavor is, okay? I feel in my gut, I'm feeling some inadequacy. I'm feeling some have and have not. I got hair, you don't have hair. I got this, you don't have that. Miss Sandra mentioned something interesting. Reason why I'm talking about this is because this actually just literally came up, these videos. No one is addressing him. Of course I'm addressing him. But this is about the women right now because the women spent the most time on the internet. Okay. So I will address Jeremy. And I've said this, Jeremy is where he wants to be. And Jeremy is like minding all of his own business. Okay. I have not seen Jeremy standing by Keesha for nothing. I don't know what Jeremy did this weekend, but whatever he did, he was minding his own business, right? Whether he was with the fam, he was with Keesha and the girls, wherever he was, yeah, we didn't see him out here on these YouTube streets talking about nothing, right? When Keesha was at the high point of what was going on a couple of weeks ago, yeah, he was in DR having fruity drinks in champagne glasses, okay? Yeah, we'll talk about Jeremy in a minute, but at the end of the day, yeah, Jeremy don't get a pass. But the women spent a lot of time talking this weekend. So that's kind of what I'm talking about right now, because at the end of the day, we know what happened. Jeremy was in a situation where he was doing what he wanted to do with his sausage, and he made babies with Keesha, he made a baby with Ashley, and he made another baby with Keesha, right? Yeah, he was serving up, he was serving and did not care. And this is, I don't know if he's youngest. I know he's a twin. This is a guy who clearly is used to getting what he wants. And I don't know what else to tell you. Of course, there's Shanta Pascal, of course, she's a mother. She's a mother, and she's a mother of his son. So yes, absolutely. And you know, at the end of the day, I just feel like whenever she came over, well, you'd have to rewind. We've already been 35 minutes in. I just feel like what was talked about today with Miss Sandra, I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm still missing part of this story. Something is missing. And we're not hearing everything. And if you guys, this is all I'm going to say. If you guys are going to tell a story, tell the whole damn story at this point. Can we hear everything? And am I fixated on this? No, but I have a community who likes to hear about it. And I do commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. And this is a YouTube channel that people love to watch. Okay. Yeah. So D is ruining Keesha's brand. That's coming from the Streetz in this chat. Look, Keesha may not care at this point. Keesha is clearly feeling away. All right. Well, she's feeling such a way that her mother has called in now. Okay. Husband talking about who the damn who you talking to? I got in. I'm talking to the YouTube Streetz, whatever she said. Okay. I could play it for you guys if you want. Don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, guys, let me write this down because I have some questions. Miss Sandra, lady, I loved hearing from you. Thank you for coming forward, because we've heard from Mom Dukes. Was that not a treat when Mom Dukes came to the YouTube Streetz to defend Jasmine? Oh my God. Okay. We've heard from Stella, Olivia's mother. Girl, what a treat that is. And she's, she proudly wears her little Trump bracelets. Yes, we've heard from moms out here on these YouTube Streetz. We've heard from Cassandra, Miss Cassie, and that strong mommy Chrissy's mother. Yes, remember that day that Chrissy was going off in the bathroom after she got served by Bam, and her mom was like, "This is all a setup. It's a setup, girl." Okay, setup. So these are the questions I had when I was listening to Miss Sandra, and I'm referring to Keesha's mother. Why wasn't Miss Sandra introduced by whomever opened the door, or the hostess of the house, which would be her daughter, Keesha? Maybe Keesha was in the bathroom. Maybe Keesha was attending to her babies. Jeremy, whoever opened the door, Keesha or Jeremy, I'm sorry, but one of y'all dropped the ball when you invited someone in an already tense situation and did not say and introduce these two women coming through the door with a child, and not introducing them to Miss Sandra, because that made for an awkward situation. And we've all been in it. We've all been to people's houses where you have not been introduced. And some people do not have the wherewithal to just out of the box say, "Hi, I'm so-and-so. Nice to meet you." Because this is a weird ass meeting. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, I would imagine that if there's a list of awkward meetings, yeah, coming to a guy that you really like's house, who you got pregnant with, going to his girlfriend to introduce your baby and kind of get a lay of the land of the house. Would this be a good situation for your child to come spend time? I would imagine that was awkward. I would imagine it was awkward, but it doesn't sound like there was any introduction. So I'm not trying to say that Ashley was okay to not speak. Certainly not. But again, like I said, I'm the type of person that I'm going to just say, "Hi, you must be Keesha's mom. Nice to meet you. I know this is awkward, and thank you for having me today." Well, this is not my home. "Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to be here, and nice to meet you." I don't know. It's awkward as fuck, right? Miss Sandra says the girls walked by and said nothing. Yeah, that wouldn't have happened at my house. You're not going to just walk by my mom or my potential mother-in-law. Or ladies, nice to meet you. Welcome. I'm Sandra, so-and-so. I'm Miss Sandra. I'm Keesha's mother. And who are you? Okay. I'm just saying opportunities, right? There were opportunities. Okay. Went outside to smoke with Jeremy. Clearly smoking is an option at that house. Keesha, if you allow Jeremy to smoke marijuana, which I don't think is legal in Georgia at this time, that's your business, lady, not mine. I don't care. If it's legal, y'all have at it. I don't know. I don't know. But clearly there was Ashley, I don't think just did she just roll a blunt and just walk outside and say, "Come on, Jeremy?" Or was Jeremy like, "Okay, when you don't know what he said. He could have said, "When you get here, let's just smoke a blunt out on the balcony. It'll be all good." Okay? Okay, so Too Blessed, and I can't verify this. Too Blessed is saying no one knew they were coming. The meets kept getting pushed back until Jeremy just told them to come. They were in the lobby for about an hour. I think Jeremy was briefing them. So I'm in the lobby for an hour. Thank you. And again, I don't know if this is true or not. Thank you, Too Blessed. I appreciate you dropping that off. Um, Based on what Too Blessed is saying, the streets are talking. This is an account of what possibly could have happened. So another scenario, if I'm down in the lobby with a toddler, with not even a toddler, a infant, for an hour, I got to feed them. I got to change diapers. I've got to manage my child. Maybe I got to pee. Maybe I haven't ate. Maybe lots of things. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm in the lobby. No one's introducing me. Okay. What the fuck am I here for? Okay. Um, Now we're going to have a smoke. You can't be mad at people for smoking when smoking is obviously okay at your house. Smoking wasn't okay at the house. They wouldn't have been on the patio smoking. Okay. And Jeremy is uncomfortably absent from all of this situation. Okay. Um, why was it okay to smoke at Keesha's house? Okay. Call Miss Sandra. So apparently Miss Sandra says that someone called her a rude ass bitch. Where is that acceptable? When you don't say, no, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, don't say that about her mother. She wasn't being rude. It was awkward. They didn't know I was coming. They didn't know y'all was coming up, and it was awkward. And my bad. I didn't introduce you guys. So she's rude. But how about, was Jeremy rude? I don't know. Did Keesha not say anything? Not that Keesha needed to roll out the red carpet either, but someone, just because most of the people in a meeting knows everyone, someone has to say and introduce the people that don't know each other. And the grandmother is a very important person, period, no matter what story we're telling, right? Um, Someone should have introduced these ladies to Keisha's mother. Maybe she knew that was Keisha's mother, and maybe Keisha's mother knew who this was clearly, but no one spoke because my impression, there was no introductions. Okay, so that was a bad situation waiting to happen. Um, why did Jeremy not check Ashley? I don't know if he did or not, to say, yeah, don't call her that. That's Keisha's mom. She's not being rude. My bad. I didn't introduce you guys. Or, this is kind of a fucked up situation. Just, what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, all right. Those are just my first impressions of just listening to this before I came on. Now, I had a lot of thoughts because I felt it was painful listening to Dee's live. It was interesting, no lie. There was a never-ending supply of subscribers who wanted to come on and give a piece of their mind, and I get it. People want to talk, and that's cool. I'm just going to give really quick to anyone who does YouTube, okay? Whether you're new, whether you're considering, there are people who are like, oh, this changed my mind about YouTube. Okay. What you need to do, and what you need to do in regular life anyway, you hold on to your narrative, okay? You are the star of your show, okay? If it's the Cheryl Waz channel, I don't expect to see Denise Jones doing takeovers every other day, okay? If it's My Jazzy Life and we see old hipster Chris, her boyfriend, taking over, yeah, people had a problem with that because it's the My Jazzy Life channel. We're not seeing a Jazzy Life, and we're not seeing Jazzy. Jazzy, where are you? Where are you, girl? Why is your boyfriend taking over? We're not really like interested in him, okay? All right. Um, what I'm saying is you manage your narrative. Mink Mob D. Okay. So Mink Mob, I guess, mobbed up. Maybe this is going to be a channel for the people. Maybe it's D's channel. I don't know. But what I saw were panels on 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 panels. Period. And that's and that's all I can really say. Keesha was missing all weekend, and it was for someone. Well, she wasn't missing because she did come and give her speech. She had a little 20-minute speech she gave. Um, for someone who gets so much flack, and I'm not saying she's wrong, guys. Why can't she put out stuff about her kids? Girl, do you? But like I said 30 minutes ago, if I had people, which I do, search my name. I've had people talk about my kid. I had people talking about my husband last week. Okay. Um, if I had people ripping me from end to end about my kids, and it's a whole weekend of non-stopness. Okay. Um, Keesha put out a beautiful video yesterday. She did the 6-month photo shoot with her youngest child. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm just questioning the timing. I'm questioning, why not wait till things calm down a little bit? Maybe you were trying to calm things down because your real riders want to see the beautiful video, right? And I watched the video. I was like, oh my God, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous photo session, right? I would not. Me personally, this is just me talking, my commentary, my thought, my opinion. Me personally, I would have put something else out. I would have waited till a better time that the pictures could have been, or the session could have been a little bit more embraced. She started talking about a story about switching schools. And I kind of had to fall off at that point. I had something else I needed to do. I had to take care of my family at that moment. And I didn't get back to the rest of the story about her switching schools and that whole thing, right? I just thought it was very interesting timing for such a gorgeous photo session to be dropped in the midst of a drag fest 2021. Okay. A absolute, now I wanted, I'm not a lawyer, but this is what I know. Now, public information that is public, is that doxing? Yes, it is. Okay. If you are giving out information that is not used on someone's public platform, it may not be a breaking of the law, but there's also terms of use of YouTube, and there's also the community guidelines. So it's not a law. YouTube jail is not coming for you. But what YouTube can say is, I'm deplatforming you. I am taking down this video because this is in violation of the terms of use, right? If I go into my job and I cuss a bitch out, am I going to get arrested? Maybe not, but I might get fired because that's against the code of conduct. If I fuck a bitch up in the bathroom and beat her ass, well, I'll be fired for breaking the code of conduct. I could be arrested for assault. Okay. So some things are laws and some things are policy and some things are guidelines. Now, there are community guidelines. Like if somebody is streaming my live right now, yeah, if I had someone who, there's a whole thing of people streaming, and they're like, well, I've never gotten caught before. I've never done that. It hasn't been a problem. Yeah, but it is a problem because you are not allowed to stream a live broadcast while in session. That is immediate takedown and potential deplatforming. Okay. Is it a law? No, it's not a law. It's a YouTube guideline and policy. Okay. I suggest you read them. Okay. And if that makes me a snitchy snitch, it makes me the owner of my channel. It makes me the owner of my intellectual property. Now, am I part of the YPP? Do I sign off that you can use it at a later time? Sure. Through something called fair use and also opting in as a YouTube creator. So you're allowed to take parts of my content, certainly, but after I put it out here, period. You are not permitted to stream people's lives. Now, if people want to allow people to stream their lives, yeah, you go right on ahead. That's your business. But let me tell you something. That's not cool for me, and it won't be cool. And just because you private it or take it down or make it unavailable, yeah, as long as there's a track on it, yeah. There's a few people, guys. You remember when Nisi streamed someone, I'm not even gonna say their name. She streamed someone who was having some time with her. She streamed it by mistake. She put it on. She had it on for a couple of minutes. It wasn't even that she intended to do that. It was on. Maybe she didn't realize she was live. I'm not sure what the parameters were. But yeah, Nisi got deplatformed for 3 months. Well, she couldn't go live. She lost her live and I think even posting for 3 months. Okay? 3 months. Remember Ming? Remember Ming for King? The Bells plus 2. Yeah, Ming streamed Olivia, Lives Life. Check the notes, check everything, guys. If you're not familiar with these channels, yeah, Ming for King, aka the Bells plus 2. Yeah, she has a 6-figure standing. She lost her live privileges because she streamed Olivia, and Olivia got in that ass. Okay. So that happens. And trust and believe. Okay, I'm just saying that they ain't shit that's flying over here. When it goes live and you want to take a piece of something, yeah, but don't stream me. If you stream me, you won't be streaming for a minute. Okay, I'm just putting that out there to be clear. You might not want to stream me, and that is okay. But I just want, anyone who wants to drag bones and things like that, you go right on ahead. Because I just, I believe, me personally, I don't believe in the unknown. I believe in speaking, say it how you mean it, and being a grown ass woman and setting my boundaries. And if my boundary is something, then yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be a woman. I'm gonna tell you. Okay. What I wrote down, first thing I wrote down this morning, yeah, there's a never-ending supply. Can you see that? Never-ending supply of fuck shit on these YouTube streets, okay? That was like my first thought, period. How you decide to leverage and monetize your life is up to you. But at the end of the day, this is about Google, YouTube AdSense, or let's say YouTube, Google AdSense, and billions and trillions of dollars of advertising. Do you guys know that expression in Vegas that the house always wins? Okay. Tiffy baby, thank you. The house always wins, okay? Who's the winner? Yeah, Keisha's been doing this for 7 years, okay? Keisha's got the channel she has because she's worked for 7 years. Keisha didn't get 500,000 yesterday. So diminishing someone else's channel, like, oh, she's some small YouTuber, she's only got 4,000 subscribers, or she didn't have 4,000 subscribers yet. Okay, I haven't been doing this for 7 years. Just like record companies, like beef, East Coast, West Coast, Biggie versus Tupac, Dirty South versus New York. I mentioned colorism, light skin, dark skin. Mega moms, not a mom. Fertility issues, fertility palooza, okay? You can have as many damn babies as you want, and then some people who just can't, okay? You can't dress, I can dress. You got weave, you don't have weave, okay? The differences are endless, but at the end of the day, people are going to pick sides. They're going to have a preference. But I think it's up to the content creator to understand what is triggering your audience negatively. Patrice, I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm not reading anyone's comments. Okay, but I see you. Fran's trying to ignore me. I am so not. She knows I want to talk about Jasmine. We'll talk about, we're talking about everyone today, Patrice. Chris Side Piece said that she rode in the Mountaineer guys. Okay, that's cool. Who is hold on, Queen V. You can, I don't know who Shanada Pascal is, but her comments can fly. I don't know why her comments were deleted, but Queen V, let her let her live. Okay. I don't know why she's taken out, but if she said something against me, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see anything that is problematic. So I don't want the dialogue also to be that people came through to express themselves. We're not this type of community over here. People can have altering opinions. Just don't be rude. Okay. So say what you mean. Don't say it mean. Okay. That's it. We just want to play nice in this sandbox. Okay. Um, I just got things on my mind today, Patrice. So I apologize, but we'll talk plenty of Jasmine this week, okay? Um, is Chris cheating? Did I not say last week that Chris kept leaving the house and coming home with nothing? Did I not say that Chris probably had to make some pit stops last week? Do you think that I got to be this age not being able to see game, especially with these very powerful glasses that I wear? Girl, are you kidding me? Chris is a fucking bum, okay? Girl, the fact that Chris is just now getting outed for having another woman, I mean, he's a bum. That's what bums do, okay? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm having a little fun here, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Chris is a bum. And Jasmine should know this, okay? If yeah, he don't have shit. If he don't have shit, he's not reporting to a job. He's not. I'm gonna see if Chris will go half with me. Chris, okay, now you guys got me off topic, and that's another thing. Like I said, as the creator, you got to maintain your own narrative, okay? And number two is you can't allow anyone to change the narrative. Now, someone brought something up, and I'm going to address it, and that's fine. But my focus today is my focus today. But what else was I gonna say about Chris? Yeah, we'll talk about Jasmine is like a whole nother episode. Let's talk about Jasmine. We'll probably do something tomorrow, for real. As the creator, you have to figure out what is triggering your audience. And to me, I'm not saying that Keesha or Jasmine or Chrissy or Olivia or any of these women do not have a right to not to show their kids. But if you are getting ripped a new one and you don't like it because they're talking about your kids, they're saying you don't fix their hair, they're saying that their hair is dry, they're talking about their physical appearance, they're talking about their medical conditions or non-conditions, whatever the case might be, stop showing them. I feel like there's enough stuff that you can do without always showing your children and putting your children in like trying to make it that people are going to play by your rules. You have to play by your rules, okay? If you don't play by your rules, then why in the world are people going to be respectful? There's a lot of disrespectful ass people out here in this world, okay? Okay. I wrote, if you feel picked on, look, I think sometimes people like these channels where they see the underdog. Right now, Keesha, they're like, how's Keesha holding up? Keesha looked like she is holding up just fine to me. Keesha, like they said, this is not anything new. They said Keesha has been through a lot of this stuff before. Okay. I'm sure Keesha is very resilient. Keesha, remember, she chose this life. She chose YouTube as a career. She knows what's going on over here. She's seen this. And this also does bring revenue. Now, I don't know if it's bringing or it's taking away. I know that some of the things that happened this weekend that could be attached to her as a brand and as a name could be detrimental. But at the end of the day, yeah, we know Deuce and DeMarcus's mom. We talked about that like in the first, like right at the beginning of the first hour. So we definitely talked about that. Keisha's all, yeah, she's been vocal about losing weight. Now, and it can be stressful, but at the end of the day, look, she said that she was going to change her content. Does she need to change her content? That's on her. But if it's triggering you and it's triggering other people, you got to think about what you're doing. You got to think about what you're doing because at the end of the day, the house is always going to win. YouTube is going to win. Okay? YouTube does not have any problem funneling people of a specific topic or within a certain viewing loop to other people in a certain viewing loop. And that's just how it is. And you guys know this. I don't know how this came in my recommended. It came in the recommended because what you watch and someone else watches are very similar. And they are putting it in your recommended because the algorithm already knows you want to look at it because they're studying you. Guys, I'm going to give you a list of movies that you guys need to watch. Number one, go to Netflix and I want you to watch The Social Dilemma because I'm going to be referring about that a lot this month of Women's History Month, okay? Of International Women's Month, excuse me. The Social Dilemma, it's on Netflix. If you have not seen it, get your life and watch it. It's an hour and a half and you are going to be like, oh, fuck. Let me tell you something. You know how when you are in your email or you're in YouTube and you flick it down and it has a little spin wheel? Do you know that that was purposely done to kind of imitate what happens in slot machines because it's gratifying when you hit that and the wheel spins and you see new videos in your feed because you're like, ooh, new stuff to watch. And it's addicting. It's addicting, right? The social engineering that is happening to your brain and your mind. I didn't get my notifications. Notification gang, you get rewarded, okay? It's no joke. It's absolute. Forget about YouTube's software, Destiny. It's Google, powered by Google, the biggest and most powerful software company, search engine, conglomerate in the world. Lots and lots and lots of data about you, and you, okay? Why is it easier and quicker than ever to track down someone and see who they really are? See what they didn't want to tell you. Hey, pineapples. Yes. When you use your little MVP card or your VIP card or your whatever, or you order online, yeah, they know there's a predictive of what kind of foods that you order. Okay. And they probably have data correlating to, hey, would you like to maybe join a weight loss program? Maybe we're going to send you yoga, workout clothes and yoga mats and things like that, because either somebody's working out, someone's trying to lose weight, someone's trying to be in good health, whatever the case might be. These people, they know about you. Okay. The Social Dilemma, number one. The Truman Show. If you want a good movie to watch The Truman Show. The Truman Show, any of you who've seen it in here, is about a guy who lived in a fake world. He lived on a soundstage. He was the one person who did not know that he was not living in a real world. He was raised as a baby on a film lot in a place and was on something, unbeknownst to him, a reality show called The Truman Show. And one day, I don't want to ruin it for you. One day, he got woke. I'm telling you, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Okay? Election with Reese Witherspoon. It's about a girl in high school who was absolutely bound and determined to get what the fuck she wanted. And that's on, period. Election. It's an amazing movie. Okay? Amazing. The Holiday, which is with Cameron Diaz and I always forget who the other person is. It's called The Holiday, not The Last Holiday with Queen Latifah. It's a good movie too, but The Holiday is about two women who basically were living their lives in the shadows of relationships and putting their men first. Okay, where you see My Jazzy Life, but it's hipster. Where you see Keisha K. Lee, but all we ever talk about is Jeremy and what Jeremy been doing. Okay, we don't see as much about Keisha, and the kids. So this is a mom channel or a girl or a woman's channel, but all we see are things about the kids. We see stuff about, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, you got to figure out your channel and your message. Can you have a broad channel? Can you have a broad message? Of course you can. I'm not saying that you can't, but what I'm saying is this. If you have lost control of your channel if you have lost control of your brand, if you have lost control of your message, yeah, you might want to tighten things up, period. And that's anybody. That's my jazzy life. You see Strong Mommy Chrissy? Yeah, Strong Mommy Chrissy is like, I don't care how many background checks you pull up. I don't care what it says about my boyfriend. I don't care if it says that he likes to use his hands on ladies. I don't care if it happened 50 million times. She said on Instagram, I'm going to need my business back. Okay. And I had to respect that. If you like it, I love it. But at the end of the day, she sent a message. Can I have all my business back, please? And that's period. People can say what they want. She's not addressing it. Maybe she'll address it at a certain time. I don't know. But yeah, she wants you to know, like, I want my business back, period. Like, y'all can talk about, I'm not taking the bait, which to me tells me she knows, fully aware of what has gone on with this guy. And not that she's okay with it, but whatever they have agreed upon in their relationship, it is what it is. And she's not talking about it right now. Okay. I want you guys, if you have not watched the Matrix trilogy, all three, yeah, you might want to go and get your life on some of these movies. These movies will change. They will either change your life or they will help you. The Matrix trilogy, The Social Dilemma, and that's on Netflix, The Truman Show, Election and Holiday. And I can give you some more, but let's start with this. I'm sure there's going to be some of you who are going to be like, what the fuck, I'm not watching any of that shit. Okay. Don't. The ones that do, you will thank me. Okay. Life monetized. Okay. People will lie. Your life is monetized. Yeah, people gonna lie on you. Period. Some bitch 2 weeks ago said my husband was on fucking Plenty of Fish and was trying to talk to her old fat, nasty, raunchy ass. Okay. And we know that's not true. Come on now. Are you kidding me? Seriously? No. They're going to speculate. How did you get this? How did you get that? Why did you do this? Is it real? Are your bags real? Or is your this real? Do you live in a basement? Do you live in an attic? Are you really in Atlanta? I mean, I don't know. They're going to speculate. They're going to speculate, period. And they're going to investigate because they want to debunk you. They want to debunk. They want to marginalize you. You're not all that. You're not a bad bitch. You're just like a little semi-weensy bitch, okay? Or she's so beautiful, but she's a stripper. She's a slut. You're a slut. You're married. Oh, you're a second wife. You're a second wife. They're going to discredit you. They're going to diminish you. This is all the wages. This is all part of living your life monetized, okay? All of it, okay? Want to do a YouTube channel now, guys? We've seen it. Content creators, vloggers, commentary channels, Tasha K. Remember Micah Schaffner? She's a white lady who had a very popular channel, mom channel. I think she probably thought they were Teflon. Well, she went and adopted a kid from Asia, and he was autistic. She knew this. They wanted kind of that blended culture family, because it's very popular on YouTube. You get yourself a something other than your own culture background, and they got a baby from China, and he was autistic and problem. There was I don't want to say problematic, but for them it was problematic. Okay. Unbeknownst to everyone, he wasn't on the vlogs anymore. So a subscriber out there, maybe with a channel, I'm not sure. I think with a channel, someone who did commentary on her channel just was like, where's so-and-so? I mean, periodically someone will say, hey, we haven't seen Farrah, or where's your husband? What's going on? That's why I make sure I show them every blue moon. I don't have them tied up in a closet somewhere. Well, they had rehomed little Huxley. Because when I first got introduced to Micah's channel, that was her surprise unveiling that she was pregnant. And that was right when I got sent over to Olivia's channel, Olivia Lives Life, or Living with the Webs, when she did the surprise, I'm pregnant, right? This was like 2-3 years ago now, I think, almost at this time. Thank you, Miss Alexis. I appreciate that. Micah Schaffner got pregnant right after she got Huxley, and they rehomed him. Okay, they shuffled him around to another adoption agency. And you guys look this up. Let me tell you, this is a YouTube, this was a YouTube nightmare. The channel, I think, is maybe still down. I think the husband's channel is up. But they went from probably making buku, I mean moolah, okay, baby, to down to one channel. And I don't know what that channel is doing, but their name is like mud. Did they lose contracts? Yes. Not just the Black community. No. All yes. Okay. Yes. Do people get doxxed? Of course. Nikki Tutorials, when she was outed, okay, she was forced to come forward and give her and tell her story, because someone on the YouTube streets decided that enough was enough, and you must tell or we will tell. So kind of extortion and blackmail, maybe. I don't know what the emails were. I don't know. I haven't done enough investigating to find out, was there a criminal case with this? But it got serious. Okay. Look that whole thing up. Okay. Upon many others. Okay. The whole feud that got blown up between James Charles, Tati Westbrook, Jeffree Star, and Shane Dawson. Okay. How they always try to drag our girl Jackie Ina into something, because if Jackie's speaking on it, it's a problem. But Jackie doesn't fall for that bullshit, because Jackie runs her own channel. Jackie is most definitely Jackie, the star of her show. And yes, she's not allowing anyone to change the narrative. So you can come in, you can say what you want, but Jackie is in charge of her messaging. She's not playing with y'all, okay? Period. And Patricia Bright. Patricia, they used to come and try and talk about her and her husband, her mothering, her parenting, her wifing, all of that. Yet you have not seen one video on the couples channel in a year. And that channel continues to grow. Patricia and her husband, because those vlogs were so good. They're such a funny, beautiful couple. But because people, they've got that dry British humor, and she's making moolah, baby, okay? They come for Patricia, okay? But Patricia started another channel, and she's helping you be a boss on the break, okay? The Break by Patricia Bright. All right. She didn't like the direction of the narrative of her marriage and her parenting and her biracial children, so she cut it off. Channel still makes money, and she's still living her life out on YouTube. This is a woman who worked for Merrill Lynch, well-educated accountant, gave up her professional career to become a YouTuber, and has made more money than she would have made sitting doing some other company's books. Okay. Okay, S. Wiseman, thank you. Thank you. Guys, people will lie. They're going to speculate. They're going to investigate. They're going to marginalize you. Yeah, you're not good looking enough to have a fine ass, whatever like that. Okay. Didn't you used to be this or that? I heard a lot of people asking, what did Keesha do? Why? What did she do? What did she do to you? What did she do? Why do y'all not like her? I don't know. There's people who's just not gonna like. There's always just gonna be people. As someone who I don't know. I was liked, not liked. Just like now, people they love to love you or they love to hate you. They think you're a bitch. They think you're not a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Who cares? What people think of me does not make me. Okay, it just doesn't. And you have to, at a certain point in your life, you have to be square with that. You have to be square with who you are and not worry about. That's why people get so fucked up in the head in entertainment, because they are so worried about which way the wind is blowing and who likes them, who likes their hair, what are the people saying, what are the people not saying. The thing about the Truman Show, there were some times where they would let the audience decide what Truman would do next. Does it sound similar to when people say, they go on Instagram and they say, you decide, what kind of coffee should I get? What should we eat for dinner? Because they're letting you, in theory, pull the strings. But in actuality, they are opening the door for you to pull the strings. And they don't have to eat that if they don't want to. But they want you to feel, they want you to get a vested interest in them, right? Makes you part of the family, right? Okay, so whether she's a backstabber or not, that girl, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That's not the channel. That's not the narrative. If you know behind the scenes, that's up to you to decide whether you want to deal with that channel or not. But the narrative is not, hi, I'm Keesha, I'm a backstabber. It's, hi, I'm Keesha, I'm from Atlanta. I'm a Spelman graduate and I'm a mother. That's the narrative. That's what she wants you to know. What we're seeing this weekend is a little bit different. It's not on message. It's not on brand. So I'm not blind to the fact that people are very complex and people have very intricate lives. And we did not get here for someone to do a 12-hour live on your behalf. I mean, 11 hours, 55 minutes, and 1 second, because that's an accident. Like, that happened because because there's some foolishness and fuckery going on at the end of the day, period. And that's on many different sides, okay? But why do they not like Keesha? So one person gave an explanation, and it's in the chat. I'm sure there's others. I can't see all of them, similar to Jazz. They are professional victims, or, you know, I mean, look, there's an overall sentiment of Keesha's honesty. Okay, would that be fair to say? And if you care to know what they're talking about, go ahead and click on this chat and you can read it. What I'm going to say is, as a YouTuber, her vlogs, and a YouTuber who also does commentary, what I'm going to say is this. People will speculate, they're going to investigate, and they're going to marginalize you, okay? Because they want to put you in a nice little neat package to make sometimes the reason why they don't fuck with you a valid reason. And not that you need a reason to not fuck with her. You can just change the channel. But if you choose to watch, you choose to discuss it, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, someone who doesn't fuck with me, who's watching me right now, yeah, go right on ahead. Because you know what? It's the watch time. And what did I say at the beginning? Yeah, the house always wins. Because Google, this is a monetized broadcast. So Google is making money, okay? Google's making money, and then I'll make money, right? Wow. Well, the one last live that ended was almost 12 hours. I know she went live and then went live again, right? So it was 2 separate lives. But yeah, it was a marathon, period. People have run 26 miles in less time than that, okay? Walked. You see the people who are completely out of shape and they walk the whole marathon and it's less than 15 hours. You see the people who are... you see many different people with many different abilities, and they can get a whole 26, 30-mile super marathon done, okay? We're talking about life monetized here, so it's not exclusive to Keesha, but I had to talk about this situation. Why do people want to discredit? Now, and I'm not saying discredit Keesha. Why would Keesha want to discredit her subscribers or the people, the perceived haters? Why do people discredit? What is the reason? And it's, like I said, across the board, not specific to one situation. Sometimes it's because you showed up. Why are you a hater? The person who says she lies, and I'm not calling you a hater. I'm just saying Keesha will say you're a hater. Because you showed up, because you called her out. You called her out. You had the nerve. Why do you say Keesha is a liar? Because maybe something you saw or something she did didn't match up with something that she said. Is that fair to say? I would assume yes, right? Something isn't matching up. So that therefore you or anyone else can call someone a liar, right? But it's all to discredit, diminish. It gives a reason. And sometimes the reason is just because you showed up, you asked a question, you decided to turn on your camera. period, right? It can be something as simple as that, just because you showed up on the scene, right? The differences that I saw and heard this weekend, where's your man at? Don't you have to take care of your baby? You got a man, don't have a man. Married versus unmarried. Wifey versus baby mama. Wife versus wifey. Girlfriend versus side chick. Big channel versus small channel. Weave versus wig versus natural. Job versus no job. I heard people tell people that they need to go get jobs. But the people who told people to go get jobs, did they tell Keesha to go get a job? Why can't people earn a living on YouTube? It's valid. They give 1099s. What is the problem with making a living or killing on YouTube? Okay? Just because you want to have a job, have a job. Because someone chooses a career that seems like fun because they can go get their nails done and do maintenance videos and spend money and do whatever they want to do. It doesn't seem like a job because jobs most of the time are not fun. It's a problem. Sometimes I think also living your own life is a problem because you are not with the program. You are not clocking in on someone's good ass job every day. You are not, I've heard people say about Keesha, why doesn't she just go work in her degree? And I've wanted to say this so many times. She's working in her degree. She's got a degree in theater. She's got a whole drama that is her life, that is a YouTube channel that she is playing out and that she has monetized. Okay? She is using her degree. I started reading what I felt like was a manuscript, was a treatment for a movie that was called Cue the Reactions, or Cue the Relations, excuse me. Entertain me, if you will, okay? And I quote, I was awestruck by the chapter names, The Last Girl, and then there was you. No turning back. Sammy, thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it ends here, okay? The first paragraph had me kind of like, wow. I just want to say one thing, as this is International Women's Month. Okay. We have girls out here, young women, girls even, young girls, young women who are giving wife benefits to bums, okay? Bums. I'm not just talking about one guy. I'm talking about the Chris's. I'm talking about the bums that we know. You, and you who have a friend out here that has a bum. And you are giving children, you are giving money, resources, valuable time that you will never get back to a bum. Okay? I read the first chapter, well, not the first chapter, excuse me, the first paragraph, and I felt bad for Keesha because she said, and some people may not feel bad, but I read this and my heart broke a little bit because I felt like this. This person is, I don't even know when she wrote this, but she had spent, was it 5 years with someone that after the first year she knew it wasn't even going to work? 5 years in your 20s? Girl, that's like gold. That's platinum. Okay? My God. If I saw my daughter struggling, and I'm not talking about Sandra. I'm not talking about anybody. What I'm talking about is this. This is not new. There's a lot of people out here who feel like when you're a girlfriend, you're a fucking wife. And I'm just talking about period. You see these kids in high school where you got people who are acting like they owe supreme and total loyalty to a 17-year-old who's running around and dating whoever he wants and making you look like a fool. And people feel like, and they use terminology like, well, I'm not single. You are single if you're not married, period. Okay? You are single if you are not married. And I see people giving wife benefits to men that are not their husbands. And some of that is children and time and your money and the best years of some of your life. And I have a real problem with that. Now, reading it looks like, she was with someone for 5 years and she got out of that. And I don't know that she had enough time to heal before she got into something else. She said, this is, and I quote, sometimes after spending a certain amount of time with someone, you feel obligated to always remain loyal and committed to that person. But if someone deprives you of your self-respect, someone deprives you of your self-respect, how in the world can someone deprive me of my self-respect? They can deprive you of respect because they're not giving you any. But your self-respect is not determined on people's validation. Can I get a witness? Okay? That is not good. That is not good. Okay? And I'm not picking. I'm reading. That crushes me, the mother of a daughter who would feel that her worth is determined on someone else giving it to them. Deprive you of your self-worth, sense of happiness. I would die. I would die if my daughter felt this way. And joy for life. Then that is not a healthy relationship. Then that is not a healthy relationship. Obviously not. But the first unhealthy relationship is with you, with yourself. Guys, let me tell you something. Like I said, I've said this a couple of times, and I'm reading this. I'm going to read this whole book, okay? You got to be a whole person on these YouTube streets. You have to be strong, and you have to be a real ass bitch, period. This is no zone for victims over here. And I feel like, Keesha, I really feel like, Keesha, you got this. At the end of the day, you're a mama 3 and you are grown. Like you said, you are grown. Stop expecting people to do the right thing. Because I got a lot I could talk about right now, but I'm going to, what I'm saying is this. Don't expect people to do the right thing. People are not going to do the right thing, period. People are not going to do the right thing because they don't have to. Sometimes they don't want to. Okay. And then to the people out there who are mad at Keesha for not doing the right thing, or their version of her not doing the right thing and vice versa, because it's on both sides, right? She can do that if she wants to. If she wants to throw a rock and hide her hand, she can do that. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair that she feels like her kids get talked about. You know what I'm saying? People are going to do what they want to do, and you got to just let that go. You cannot control the world. Did I ask anyone to post my information? No, but they did. You know, if they did. I don't like it. But you know what? I'm free. You want to post my real name? I'm free. Guess what? I'm free. I'm not in hiding. You know what? If you were going to try to intimidate me, to shut me up by putting my husband's picture out there and our name and our address and all of those things and go to people's comments and do all of those things, it's a form of control. Okay? You have beautiful children, and no matter what people say, you are the mother. Whether you are writing articles for Motherhood Magazine or not, at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. Okay. Hi, Dr. Amira. And that's what I suggest that you do. And I would not worry about what other people are saying about your children, period. Like it just wouldn't bother me. I'm the mother. I'm the mother. I'm the mother. She got on here and said, what did she say the other day? She said, I got on here when I have my YouTube channel. I told you what I was going to do. She said, I was going to be a mother. Ding. I was going to be successful. Ding. And I told you I was going to be a boss. Ding. Okay. And I got my skin cleared up. All of you guys who talked about my acne, you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay. Like, girl, the least of your worries should be whether people were talking about your acne, but as someone who does not have perfect skin, who had cystic acne, yes, it's happened to me. And you have to work very hard to get it cleared up. You have to take medicine, all of those things. Yeah, I've been there, done that. And did it bother me when people were talking about me? A little bit. Did it stop me from turning this camera on every other day? Yeah, no. No. Because then I would be making somebody who doesn't have the courage to turn on this camera the star of Love Lies and Lacefronts. Okay? And who's the star of Love Lies and Lacefronts? Me. I am. I'm the talent. I write the narrative over here. I set the pace. I decide what happens. I decide what goes. And that is what I encourage all of you. If you have a channel, yeah, you set the pace. You create the narrative. Yeah, like, ladies, we gotta step into our boss. Being a boss isn't just making a bag. Being a boss is showing people how to treat you. Period. Now, should you get what you don't give? People might say no. So if you want respect, you got to give respect. If you want to operate and be around bosses, then be around other bosses. Okay. I think this, if you want to grow, then you got to step out of your box. And that's anybody. It's anybody. You got to step out the box and you got to do something different. You got to also be courageous. You got to be able to say, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm free. Oh, they put my address out? Ain't nobody coming to you. I mean, like, if people show up at your house, they're fucking crazy. Call the police. Okay? Use your resources. Use your tools. You know, I mean, that's anybody. That's Jasmine. Jasmine, stop giving out your address because people say they want to send your kid a bike. Once you don't talk to them in one live chat, they're pissed. And then they're going to go on a website and they're going to say, well, I sent her a bicycle and she was super ungrateful. So here's her address. That's how quick it can happen. People, stop being dumb. Get a P.O. box. If you've made a couple of dollars on YouTube, go get yourself a P.O. box. There is no reason to give out your home address. And that's on period. Period. Okay? None. That's dumb. And I'm saying, yes, I said it. Don't give out your address. If you want to vlog, vlog smart. If you live in a building with a doorman and security and all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't be worried about somebody coming to my door. But that's just me. That's just me. And oh, well, da, 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 da. Yes, I've been doxxed. Yes, I've been doxxed. Yes, I have. Okay. And I'm not scared because if you want to go to jail, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have no business in this neighborhood, you don't need to be in this neighborhood. And if you're not invited here, you don't need to ring my bell. So all of those things, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I hear a lot about attorneys. I hear a lot about managers. I hear a lot about a lot of things. And I just don't believe that there's so. I don't think that after this weekend, there's no manager. That's just a lie. I'm sorry. There's no manager at Keeshas. I'm sorry. Keesha, you got to get a manager. You got to get some PR. You got to get someone who really, really, really can help you, because right now your message is out of control. It's out of control. It's gone bye-bye. Okay. Jasmine, we know the same thing. Jasmine's had problems. And like I said, Chrissy must have talked to someone, because Chrissy has shut it down. And Chrissy is like, yeah, I'm just not. The baby daddy left for DR while she was in danger. Like, if he didn't care, like, I mean, gosh, like, and then we hear about lawsuits, but according to Paris, you don't even have her real name. Now, I think you probably, if she's known as, and her channel is YouTube personality as, I mean, I don't know the parameters of filing a lawsuit, and you must have that person's real name. And, but yeah, I don't know the parameters. So any of you legal eagles out here, if someone has a doing business as or known as on YouTube, whatever the case might be, I just feel like I've heard a lot about the law. I've heard about charges, and of which I've seen nothing. Some people are going to love, and some are going to love to hate. Either way, if they're watching, who cares? Who cares? Um, why do people talk about Keesha? I just want to answer a couple more questions, and we'll go in depth later on a couple of things, not necessarily specifically Keesha, but just these damn YouTube streets and why and the why. Um, hot topic, which this is now a hot topic in the mom community. Um, hot topics do what? They bring traffic, of course. Do people call that clout chasing? Some people might be looking for traffic. If you want to call it clout chasing, call it whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Doesn't bother me. Is it a transfer of clout? Is it clout transfer when someone grows a 20K channel overnight or a 7K channel overnight? Quick growth due to association within a certain topic, clout transfer, whatever you want to call it. Hot topics, exploitation, using people not able to make their own decisions. I don't know. If your narrative is out of control, me personally, and that's for Paris, that's for D, that's for anybody. If you feel like something is out of control, you take control of it, right? You decide your story. Is it going to be a victim story? Is it going to be a victory story? Is it social currency? Are you, what is this clout by you, right? Okay, Shanta, it doesn't matter at this point. What we know is today, Jeremy is MIA on this topic. He's not sitting down doing sit down with Keesha. He didn't get online and say like, hey guys, let's cut this out as the man in the mist. He said nothing. Did they start this? You could say that. You could definitely say that. I don't even know if it matters who started it. Specifically, I'm talking about Keesha's channel. But if you want to talk about Ashley's channel too, we had Miss Sandra. Was it Miss Sandra? Is it Miss Sandra? We had Miss Sandra call Ashley all kinds of names today. But on the same token, they said that Ashley called the mom a name too, a rude ass B. Okay. But Ashley is a mom channel now, nonetheless, right? And her son will be featured on this channel, I'm assuming, right? Or at least some degree. People will be asking because people are, they want to know about August, all right? We can always go back to the beginning of where something started, but at the end of the day, you have individual channels that are doing their own thing, and it almost doesn't even matter at this point because I wrote down a couple things. You've got My Jazzy Life is a mess. There's a lot to talk about with that. Chrissy changing her narrative. We talked about Micah Schaffer. We've talked about the whole Mommianagang, the whole in total. Olivia. She said something about a weird bitch in her 30s with no kids. She said something about that the other day. Olivia saying, outing Misha for not having her children in her custody, which I don't know if that's true or not. There's just all these things that people you got to control your own narrative. You got to control your own story. What I see is if Keesha wants to hold on to her narrative, she putting these receipts out has got to stop. It's got to stop. Because I heard someone call in and say, do 2 wrongs don't make a right. 200 wrongs don't make a right. 300 wrongs don't make a right. 500. It's all, it's a lot, guys. I just see that at the end of the day, it's out of control and it's really unfortunate. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to see how this all pans out because there were a lot of missteps this weekend. I am not a social media consultant, but there were some things that were said that I think could potentially be problematic. But if you are someone who says, hey, I've got my own brand, and whatever other people say around me is what they say, and that's not, they don't work for me, I don't pay them, or whatever the case might be. Yeah, I don't know, but we're going to see how this flushes out. But it just was too much to not talk about, in the fact that this was going on back and forth for hours and hours. And it goes back to, yeah, Keesha and Jeremy did this, and Keesha and Jeremy did that, and the book this, and the book that, and Lily this, and she's a side chick, and she's a S word. Keisha's a liar. Ashley's a slut. Keesha was the main chick. Ashley should have never cheated with Jeremy. Um, Jeremy, hello. Like, could you please check in? I mean, I know sometimes we see him in his car driving somewhere. It's Monday. He's at Jumbo Monday today, I'm sure. Deuce and DeMarcus's mom is saying that Mink Mom said Keesha paid her $7,000 for what? She paid. Do you have audio of this? Can you send it to me, please? I would love to see it. A screenshot. So did she typed it into the chat? Yes, I would like to hear this, please. Look, Keesha, I mean this with all due respect, okay? I am not a hater. I don't want anything you have. I don't want Jeremy. We are good over here. I'm good as a woman and an individual, as a mom, as a wife and a mother, and all of those things. I don't want anything that you have. I watch your channel and I do commentary, and I'm a older big sis out here. Girl, get control of your Keesha Anderson brand. Get control of it. And I mean now. No, now. You worked for 7 years to build a brand. 7. You have given wife benefits to a guy who's not really interested. Jeremy is living his life. Jeremy is living la vida loca. He is sticking and moving that sausage all over Atlanta, DR, wherever he wants to go. He's doing what men who are single do. He's doing what men who are in non-committed relationships, where even the girlfriend co-signs, yeah, we're not together. If you guys are not together, but you're really together, yeah, the world does not know that you two are together. And just because someone puts out an Instagram video with you guys at a family party doesn't mean that we are not to believe what you tell us, that you two are not together. And he says you're not together, but maybe you're really together. You tell the world one thing, but you're really doing something else. But we're supposed to respect, i.e., when I heard on the YouTube streets that even Ashley may have alluded to still dealing with Jeremy some type of way, whether that's true or not, we don't know. It's enough to get the YouTube streets talking over the weekend. Okay. It's enough for it to be repeated. Love lies lacefronts at gmail.com. Just go to my my about page. My email address is in there. Just click on it. And if you send it through Instagram, or tell me how I can get back in contact with you, Deuce and DeMarcus's mom, if you don't mind me reaching out to you real quick. Because I was in the midst on the marathon live. Sometimes I had to take a break. Like, I had to take a shower, I had to wash my butt, I had to cook for my family, I do, you know what I mean? Like, I had to live in this house. Doing like, I couldn't the whole weekend. You know what I mean? But I heard a lot. But yeah, Jeremy is, and the people like, oh, Jeremy's skating. No, he's not skating. This is a man with 4 children. He can't skate. I think they're young enough right now, but the wages that, the wages that he's going to have to pay in the future of answering to these children who have overlapped birthing timelines when they ask like what was going on, dad, um, or the money, the financial responsibility of one day when I know that he's going to move on. And guys, I'm saying it right here. Don't be mad at me when Jeremy marries someone else. Okay. And the woman is pissed because constantly money for 4 children is coming out of their household because he chose to have children with other women before he decided to settle down with the woman who is eventually going to be his wife. Because I guarantee you, this is how men operate. They will lay down and have as much babies as they think you want or don't necessarily care, because maybe in their heart they don't intend to really be there or take care of them like that, or they know that you have them, um which is why we see what's going on right now. The mommies are taking care of their babies, and we do anyway, right? But the reason why he's not hands-on, because he didn't have to be. He didn't have to be a hands-on boyfriend. He didn't really have to be a boyfriend, right? To be given one of the greatest gifts that God gave to a man to have, which is the physical representation of themselves here on earth, known as a child. Okay? Just period. Just oh my God, here's a baby. Can you come home? Do you mind? Yeah, you gave him wife, and this is a lot of people. This is a girl, Chrissy. Chrissy did a whole video talking about when she just the mistakes that she knew she made of looking for love in the wrong places and really thinking that each next relationship was going to be the relationship, and basically almost all of her children having different fathers and being 9 kids in. Okay. If you don't know Strong Mommy Chrissy, check her out. Lots of videos. She's been online just as long as Keesha, and she's in the 130s. Okay. Check her out. We have My Jazzy Life, who gave a guy a whole family. She used to call herself Jasmine Davis. They weren't married. She used to play married for TV. They used to call themselves the Davis family. They were not married. This man went off to prison. She had a whole family with him, and this guy was a whole pimp. Sex trafficking and all that. Sleeping with lots of women, overlapping timelines of babies, everything. She was giving wife, giving her life to someone who was not even committed to her, who was involved in all kinds of illegalities, okay? Look, at the end of the day, I just want to tell these women, all of you, on March 1st, on 2021, I want to go on record. Please encourage your daughters, the young women that you know. Yeah, having a baby is the most wonderful thing that you will ever experience in your life. And how wonderful is it to do it inside the confines of a covenant and a marriage with someone who is committed to you and only you. Therefore, you don't have to split your house, and you don't have to do any of those things that are demeaning to women, and that we have to swallow and live less of the dreams that our mothers have sold to us, that if we are a good girl, then good things will happen to us and we can have an awesome life, even if that's not where you come from, because every generation is an opportunity to correct that. Okay. But if you want to perpetuate something that was not good, something that will not serve you well, something that can give you angst in the future, something that will be displeasing to you, continue to move forward with a man that does not honor you. Because at a certain point, you can't keep pointing the fingers to men that don't honor you when you are not honoring yourself. Okay? And where did I get this from? From life experience, because I've lived. And many of you have lived too. And if you are feeling like a chump and a sucker after someone slides through at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, yeah, don't let that happen. Don't be a booty call. Don't be a side chick. Don't be any of those things. Don't be a woman who is with a man with multiple women. Okay? Don't dishonor yourself, whatever that dishonor might be, because I'm not going to point fingers and I'm not going to point out who's better and who's worse because you were this and you were that and this was this and this was that. If you are in a situation that you are being, that you feel less than because you are being treated as less than, don't do it. Don't do it. Because you're going to be sitting around trying to figure out how come when I do the math, I'm a bad bitch. But you allowed yourself to not be treated like a bad bitch. So therefore, yeah, you're not a bad bitch. Get your bad bitch and set some fucking badass boundaries and let people know, yeah, you can't fuck with me like that over here. Okay? So I think I'm done. I think I need for you younger dolls, if there's any of you. I know there's some of you because part of my audience is let me just tell you guys again. Guys, you guys, I'm worried. I really am. It makes me sad because my audience is 3% 18 to 24, but it's 32% 25 to 34. My 32% out here, girl, get your life. Get your life. Email me, call me. You want some bad bitch school? Send me an email. I'm gonna hit you up to the real game, and so you can get wifed up. Okay? You want to be wifed up? You want a guy to treat you like the bad bitch that you want to grow up to be between 25 and 34? And 35 to 44, you need some bad bitch academy, how to get wifed up. I'm gonna need my 32% of 25 to 34 and my 34%, my 33.7% of 35 to 44 to stand up and to send me an email and let me know what you need from me, because I had a life, I had a past. But I had to make a decision. When I was seeing all my little friends getting married, some of them getting married right when they got out of college, some of them getting married right into their 30s. And, I kind of put my nose down and started working. I worked, and paid a lot of attention. Sometimes, guys, we have to accept that, you know what? I got what I really wanted. I'm going to tell you this really quick, and then we're going to go. When I realized in my 30s that I really enjoyed working and I wanted to have my career, I realized that I chose the type of relationship that I had because I didn't really have much of a commitment. I was kind of mad that I didn't have the commitment that I thought that I wanted, but I didn't want it because I didn't go for it. I opted in for something, and then when it started to displease me and it started to make me feel less than, yeah, I asked for more. And once I asked for more and I sought that out, then things changed. But because I chose to be marginalized and I chose to marginalize myself because that's what I could handle, because I was busy working and not trying to run around and tell a story about somebody who could be a bad guy, I realized, well, damn, I think I chose this all for myself. Okay? Sometimes we, as the creators of our story in our lives, yes, sometimes we have to realize, yeah, maybe I opted in for some of this. Maybe I don't really want that sausage full time. Maybe I did just want a baby fava. Because when Keesha said, let me get back to my point. I'm so glad I talked about this. She said, I wanted to be a mother. I wanted to be successful. I want to be a boss. I want to have clear skin. Is there wife on here? Y'all see wife? She said that this weekend, did she not? I wanted to be a mother. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to be a boss. And I needed to clear my skin up. And I did all of that. Did she say wife? Did she say Jeremy, marry me? Did she say have an awesome husband? I'm not trying to pick, but what I'm telling you guys, Make your lists and be specific. Write it down, make it clear. What you want, speak it, write it, and make it so. Understand, if you leave out a huge piece to the puzzle, yeah, you've left out a huge piece to the puzzle. Okay? And we'll talk about that another time. Any of you guys who need me, email me and let's talk. And we'll talk about this. We'll continue this because this is International Women's, I'll get it right at some point, but this is when we celebrate us, okay? This is some women's empowerment 2021 for that ass. We are the modern women of the women who forged the way of the women's movement. But what I'm telling you is this: I am a modern woman, but I have traditional values, not conservative, but traditional, okay? Women's History Month, okay? Women, look, there's a whole thing here, but I'm a modern woman who has traditional values. And if you are of that variety and you want to get wifed up and you are doing the most and you are not requiring these men to be men, these young boys to be a boy, to come ring your doorbell, to greet your parents, to have manners, to treat you like a lady, you are going down the road of no return. And when you become a woman and you've got someone who is honking the horn and waiting for you to come run out, or somebody who expects you to give them sex and food and money and shelter and all of those things, and not treat you in the way that a man should be treating you, with honor and respect, that's a problem. It's a problem. And we are spoiling these men into thinking that this is the way it's going to be. So it's no surprise that they are out here running amok. And our daughters are suffering. And as someone who has a daughter, yeah, that shit's not going to happen over here. Okay? No. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I hope you took this in the spirit of which it was meant. This is not a bash session. This was a love session. This was a opportunity to understand why, to maybe ask some questions and for people to think. But again, remember I told you sometimes people are going to just be mad at you because you showed up. So maybe people will be mad at me. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we have to talk about these things, because there would not be a thing if there was not a man who was out here doing what he wants to do, and it being kind of okay. Okay? All right? Okay. I love you guys. Take care. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like this. And I will see you next time I turn this camera on. Okay? Bye.